Linked with Arsenal throughout the 2023-24 campaign, Victor Osimhen looks closer to a transfer than ever before, but it doesn't appear likely he'll be moving to North London. Speaking to the media this week, Napoli sporting director Giovanni Manna confirmed that Osimhen does want to leave his current club. Victor is a player who wants to leave, and last year there was already a situation in place, Manna said. We are calm because we have guys in the squad to replace him. Osimhen is a strong player, but we want to give integrity to the group and we would prefer to protect the group. We will see what happens in the next 20 days. L'Équipe had previously reported that Osimhen wanted to leave, and that he was willing to refuse to train to try and push through a move. At that stage, Paris Saint-Germain were leading the race, but they wouldn't pay his €130 million release clause. Since then, Chelsea have entered the conversations, with Napoli also expressing an interest in Chelsea's Romelu Lukaku. Perhaps that could make a deal more likely, with Napoli at least receiving a player in exchange. Napoli boss Antonio Conte previously suggested that the club and Osimhen have an agreement, or pact, on his future, hinting that it was out of his control. Reports in June suggested Arsenal weren't planning a bid, and despite plenty of links in the Italian media, the English media has never really picked up the story. Osimhen scored 17 goals and assisted 4 in 32 games this season amid a couple of injury setbacks and his month-long run to the final of the Africa Cup of Nations. In Sunday's victory over Lyon in the Emirates Cup, Arsenal fans were treated to a glimpse of Riccardo Calafiori in the club's colours for the first time. Alexander Zinchenko was superb for Arsenal, but was replaced by Calafiori in the second half, who began the game as a left-back. Then, once the impressive Miles Lewis Skelly was handed further preseason minutes, Calafiori shifted into a centre-back role, one that he currently seems better suited to. The Italian showed impressive speed and composure in the middle, able to press high up and then recover his position quickly. Of course, seeing Calafiori start well will only whet the appetite for Arsenal to make further signings. Although the former Bologna defender has joined, the Gunners have otherwise been quiet. It's reported that Arsenal are close to signing Mikel Merino, perhaps a deal that could be concluded next week. But amid all the enjoyment attached to Calafiori's debut, some comments that emerged from Arsenal's sporting director Edu Gaspar now seem pretty significant. Edu suggests that Arsenal will still be busy before end of August. Sky Sports reporter James Green was speaking outside the Emirates before today's match kicked off and was providing an update on Arsenal's transfer window. And as well speaking about the likes of Eddie Nketiah leaving, possibly even Merino arriving, the reporter shared what he had been told by fans on Arsenal's US tour. Edu had been speaking to supporters during Arsenal's trip, and responded to questions about the club's slow window. Green shared, I was speaking to a couple of Arsenal fans earlier who were on the America tour, were with Arsenal, did have a chance to speak to Edu, and Edu said with regard to transfers coming in, be patient, you won't be disappointed at the end. And that really does allude to the fact that they're not done with their business and they'll be expecting 1 or 2 more signings to come through the door.